Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's that time of the week again. The time of the week that you all have been waiting for with bated breath. It is the SuperMega Podcast. I am Matt Watson here with my good best buddy,
Ryan McGee, and this is episode 146.
146, ladies and gentlemen. Now that's a big number.
Yes.
That's a pretty big fucking number. We're almost at 150. I'm very excited about that. We got to figure out what to do for episode 150. We'll figure it out though. We got some ideas. A lot's been happening, man. We are creeping closer to 700,000 subs.
We haven't recorded a podcast since before I left for vacation.
Yeah. So let's talk about something because there's something new.
Well, there's one thing. Let's get out of the way.
Spoiler alert! Before we talk about other stuff, we're going to talk about Godzilla, King of Monsters, the movie.
So fast forward, we'll get it right this time. We'll put it on screen, hopefully.
The time code is on screen.
We didn't do it for John Wick 3, but we'll do it for Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
And also, if you're listening on mobile or Spotify or some shit, here's Microsoft saying the time code to skip to.
20 minutes and 14 seconds.
You better remember that, because I didn't. The new Godzilla movie was awful.
Holy shit. Yes.
And I already know that because I've seen the type of people that defend that movie. And you can like the movie. I'm not saying you can't like it. All I'm saying is when I say I can't like it, I think it's really dumb when people go, "What did you expect? It's a Godzilla movie about giant monsters." Like, so what? Pacific Rim was fun and entertaining.
Yeah.
And that was about giant robots fighting monsters.
This Godzilla movie, well, what upset me was I really liked the first remake they did with Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
And I went into this one like actually expecting it to be good, and then I was just slowly like,
they had Millie in there.
This is not good.
I know, and like there's this guy that I like. I can't remember the actor's name, but he was in Get Out as the father, and he was also in Cabin in the Woods as one of the guys that works in the lab or that whatever it is.
Yeah.
And do you know what guy I'm talking about?
Yeah,
he had a lot of
insufferable.
He had a lot of lines in it where I'm like, I think it's the directing. Like, they just directed it so flat, and then whenever he said something, it just kind of didn't land. And maybe also it is the writing. Maybe it is the writing.
Well, yeah, it definitely was the writing too, because like,
well, if you remember, there was a one scene that I will like be like, why was it directed like this? It was the scene where like, what's his name? Kent Watanabe? Is that his name? Watanabe? Ken Watanabe? Kent.
I'm Kent.
When he's like talking to the main dude that like the dude that loves wolves or whatever he does. He researches wolves. He's like taking off his glasses slowly, and they shoot it with like intense close-up, so it comes off as like a very intimate romantic
I was
scene.
popping a semi.
So I was like, in the middle of the scene, I was like, why are we just getting close-ups of these two dudes? And like he did the whole like takes off his glasses and looks at him and then looks at exactly.
If they'd thrown that in there, I would have been like, oh, like I guess I saw that coming.
All the human stuff was garbage. The monsters were decent, but the fighting was boring.
Well, because they kept interrupting the fighting. Like there'd be like a sick fight.
They did that in the first one too.
But they do it like if it would just cut to the dude. He's like, looks like she's been working out. Stop! Just let him fight. Why you gotta put that scene in there?
Oh my God, Zilla! Oh, haha.
I like. There's like one dude in the theater that was like.
As I said, you can like the movie. I'm not judging you for liking it. I'm just giving my own opinion, and Matt's giving his.
I thought the message was so hand-fisted and like shoved down your throat. Because it's really not a hard message to get with Godzilla, like what the underlying theme is.
It's pretty much the same theme every time.
Yes,
which is fine. I just think like they have Charles. I think the actor's name is Charles Dance, which is
Charles Dance,
the old bald British guy that's like super tall and his voice is very commanding. He plays Tywin Lannister in Game of Thrones, which is like one of my favorite roles that he's played. But like, I feel like they just misuse him. I'm like, he deserved better, but he just plays this dude that just. The best way I can describe this movie is everyone plays a person that says things, and that's all they are. Like, I don't get any like difference in personality other than like the father who overacts,
which sucks because I really like him.
What do you mean you can't do this?
He's good in a lot of roles.
You get that thing, it's gonna destroy the whole population.
That's a really good impression. He was in. I'm trying to think. What? I don't know his name. He's in so much shit, and I've never learned his name. You know, like he's in Wolf of Wall Street. Mm-hmm. He's like the FBI.
He's good in Wolf of Wall Street.
He's great in that role.
But this one, he was
in
like,
Super 8.
he was
His
like
dad in
turned to
Super 8.
10. Like everyone was like, so what do you think we're doing? Well, I think that it's like,
This won't bring it.
I know,
I loved when they would like bring like all the personal family shit into this scene. Like, come on, it was like the movie felt like a soap opera.
Godzilla smushes his son, and so he's like,
and his wife is gonna like release all the monsters and he's like, this won't bring him back.
and I honestly, the monster fighting wasn't even fun. The monster fights were not. Honestly, I was not that entertained by them. Like I was like, these are boring.
They didn't pull enough of the like ooh kind of shit.
The way that Godzilla defeats King Ghidorah, is that his name?
Ghidorah, which is my favorite one of all of them.
Which is, I thought it was very anticlimactic of how he just gets a bunch of radiation and uses himself as a radiation bomb.
Yeah.
They had a cool little fake out at the end of that where the smoke's cleared and you see one of King Ghidorah's heads is like, and you're like, oh no, he's still alive. And then you figure out that it's like,
it's in the mouth of the other
he's going,
yeah. Which I really like Ghidorah. I think Ghidorah, it's the three-headed
King Ghidorah?
King Ghidorah, sorry. From space. I missed that scene apparently. Because I went to go take a piss, and apparently I missed the scene where they're like, Ghidorah's from space.
I really thought it was goofy when they had all the monsters bowing.
Oh yeah, to Godzilla.
And I know people are like,
Wait,
oh,
is Godzilla a queen? Is Godzilla the female?
I don't know.
No, Mothra. No, I don't know. I have no idea.
Who cares?
Mothra's,
Doesn't matter.
Mothra's the girl.
Who cares? Who cares about the sex or gender of these things?
I do. I want to see him fuck.
It doesn't matter.
Do you think they're going to? Yep.
We're gonna get big old Kong, and if they do another movie, it's gonna be Godzilla versus Kong.
They will, because I like in the credit sequence, it was showing like newspapers, and it's like, scientists discover loud noise under Skull Island. It's like, oh, I wonder what the next movie's gonna be.
And then they end it with showing you Kong. Look, I'm all.
Kong's always been the goofiest one to me.
I love King Kong because I love movie. Here's something about it. Like, it's this weird thing. Like, I can enjoy a good kaiju movie, but I like a good just regular old
Jew movie.
Yeah, a Jewish movie. No, but like King Kong, like Peter Jackson, that was a big monkey, but he wasn't the size of a skyscraper. I like Lake Placid because the alligator in it is huge, but it's not the size of like in the Megalodon movie. Because there's a point where something gets so big it becomes a little too goofy.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like if it's not done well, it can just be too goofy. Or what I'm saying is I'm attracted to movies where the monsters aren't so big because I get bored a lot of the times when it's just a bunch of explosions and big things going on. And you can say, but you just said you liked Pacific Rim. Look, that was directed by a king.
Pacific Rim also has some real good fight scenes.
Yes.
And it's real campy, but like I still really enjoy Pacific Rim.
It's the way that it's shot.
It was
I
done
liked.
well.
Yeah.
Which this Godzilla movie. So I was nervous sitting there because I was like in my head I'm like, is everyone else that I'm here with enjoying this and I'm just being an asshole for not liking it? And I leaned over halfway I leaned over to Rav and I was like, yo, Rav, is this good? And he was like, no. And then I leaned over to Frank. Is like, Frank, is this good? And he's like, I love this movie. He's like, this is really good. And I was like, yeah.
I didn't like it.
I did not
personally will never watch it again.
The special effects, there were certain parts where it looked like really poorly rendered effects. I was like, really? Like they're because a lot of new CGI movies where they have like crazy monsters, like they've gotten so good where, of course, you know it's not real, but when you look at it, it's about as real as it can get. This had a lot of those shots where your brain instantly recognizes that's not real. It's like, oh, that's just rendered. It's very clear. Like the lighting was off, or like the motion was off.
I liked the eyes. I liked like whenever I could see the monster's eyes, I liked it. I don't know what it is about the animation with the eyes, how they moved, of how I'm like, oh, that looks like a creature's eyes. Cool, good. I like how big the eye is, and that you kind of like. What I'm trying to say is that. Okay, let me start from the beginning. Let me try to explain this. In the 2014 Godzilla, they depicted these things as more so creatures that we saw as gods. But in this movie, they depicted it as gods. Like, I never liked the idea from this movie that they were going to bow down to Godzilla, and Godzilla was aware of this for some reason.
Of the hierarchy?
Yeah, and like I don't need to know that Godzilla's aware of this weird hierarchy where things bow down to him like humans and other creatures. Like I like the thought, which is what the previous movie did, if I'm thinking correctly back to it, is that this is just a large fucking animal. And yes, if it's threatened, it's going to, it's territorial, so it's going to defend its, I guess, place of living and place where it gets food. But there's something about a big animal that's looked up to as a god, where humans make their own kind of where humans make their own conclusion on what Godzilla is. But in this one, it seemed very much a matter of fact.
Established, yeah.
Where it's like, he is a god. It's like, what?
It's in the name.
And he's standing there all triumphant, and all these monsters start bowing down, and then you see like the hieroglyphs of like the humans, and then they go underwater,
let
and
me
you
bring
see this
that part
giant
up,
fucking...
Because when they go to see the hieroglyphs, they're like, this was 4,000 years before the ancient Egyptians. And there's Japanese on the wall, which Japan wasn't a thing back then.
So like 4,000 years, or 400, 4,000?
It's like they said it was like before the ancient Egyptians, which came a lot before Japan did. So I thought it was just so cheesy how they
but the Chinese language was like a shit ton of years after the Egyptians, right?
And it was katakana, which is like the most modern of the Japanese alphabets. So I thought that was goofy. That's my little weeb moment for you. Matt's weeb interjection of the movie review.
I'm not really going to get into it because I honestly don't remember that much. There was points where I really just wanted to fall asleep.
Yeah. I drank a lot of wine at that movie. And one thing I found myself doing in that movie, which I haven't found myself doing in a lot of movies, is like I kept just zoning out every scene. And I'd come back and I'd zone out, and I'd come back and zone out. And it was just like kind of just like a mess.
That's what I'm talking about. The action made me zone out because I didn't care.
There was one point where I was like, oh shit, I haven't paid attention for 10 minutes of what's been going on.
It's like they didn't get the good median. In the last Godzilla movie, they didn't show them enough. And this one, they showed them, or the monsters and stuff, way too much.
I did like the last one. I thought it was good. Maybe I would feel.
I think the last like 20, 30 minutes of the last one was like really entertaining, and I'd still watch the last one over this one. I have to agree. Like the last one definitely for me is definitely better, and I hate that they bring in all these monsters and they just kind of create a human soap opera that happens in the middle of this.
Honestly, like all the human
movie.
acting was just like didn't even need to be in the movie.
There's one part
that storyline was so stupid.
And there's definitely overacting on a lot of parts, and there was just a lot of moments where the dialogue didn't fit for the current situation that was going on, or the dialogue just didn't seem very realistic for what should be happening. You have in the beginning of the movie they're holding a meeting with Congress.
That actually is my biggest pet peeve when it comes to
I guess the world or whatever it is.
Movies where people's reactions to something big and like a dramatic movie seem too fake, or like they wouldn't react like that. That's just how they're reacting in the movie.
Yeah.
Where it's like people like cracking jokes, like because it's like coyly written in the script, but it's like, no, you'd actually be reacting way different, and I want to see that. Like I want to feel the fear.
My favorite line is, "I read it in a fortune."
Oh yeah,
I was like, no,
the Japanese character offered some like big piece of advice to another character, and he's like, "Did you come up with that?" And he's like, "I read it in fortune cookies." And I was like, Jesus Christ, seriously? Are you serious?
They had to get that one in.
I bet they gave the script to Ken Watanabe, and he was like, really, guys? You want me to do this one? I'm like, yeah, just come on, it'll be good.
All right. And like with the whole thing of, first off, Monarch is this big company in the movie that seems to, for some reason, go over the government, or it has.
They're not like controlled by the government.
They either go over the government or they just kind of go under. However you want to explain it, they are a different entity that the government has like no say in. Or like the Avengers in the Avengers movie,
it's like
where
it's an independent company that has all this power. That's not tied to the government.
And therefore, you'd think that usually when you see those companies, they're very strict about certain things, especially when dealing with a giant moth monster. But they just let like a 12-year-old stroll on into the facility. And I'm just like, I'm questioning. I'm like, okay, that's her daughter. And maybe it's because she's been living here that she brings her daughter here a lot. But I have to believe that Monarch, even though it's this company that's all about for the rights of animals, like, they're not going to just let a child be in this facility with this giant fucking monster.
If your dad worked at like a nuclear missile bunker, he'd be like, come to work with me today, Ryan. I'll let you on in. Or like your parents work at Area 51, they just bring you there, see them like working on weapons and shit.
Dude, if your parents work in a fucking Wendy's, they're not going to allow you to go back and chill in the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe some of y'all's parents do.
And if they work at Wendy's and they let you come chill in the kitchen, that's pretty dope.
I would more expect them to let you chill in the back office, but that if they let you chill in the kitchen...
I mean, it's a safety hazard, right? Which I would imagine would be for Monarch as well.
I would imagine that a giant...
just birth larva monster.
Or a giant larvae, because that's what I guess it started out as some fucking worm thing.
Before it evolved itself.
I don't know. It's just there's a lot of this stuff that was really goofy. And then when the giant monster starts to go bananas and kill people, and shooting them with web, they start shooting back at it. And then that lady's like, "Don't kill it." I was like, well, of course they're gonna shoot at it because it's attacking them and it's a big fucking monster
and it could kill everyone there.
Like there's just.
But she had the secret device.
I get her character. I get what they were trying to do with her character in terms of her
penis,
her lack of, her want for the established order to be stricken from the record because the current established order is ruining the world. And we need these godlike beings who she sees as gods, who she sees as the saviors of humanity, to right our wrongs
and restore Earth,
restore balance, restore natural order and balance into the world, and that's what she sees. And I understand that, but there is a point to where when I'm seeing this giant creature lay havoc in a secretive lab, and her reaction or anybody in the lab's reaction to this thing moving around isn't that of, I'm getting the fuck out. Look, if you work in a zoo and a monkey gets out of a cage, all the people are going to run out and be like, oh shit, oh fuck, a big gorilla got us, like, escaped. But this thing is...
You're going to sit there and like watch its wonder? Like, wow.
I know. Like it just...
Let my 12-year-old daughter go up to it and pet it.
And people in zoos probably love animals, but like if something escapes, they have people for that. But it seems like this movie didn't think too much of having those particular departments in that company.
Did somebody say Harambe?
Poor R.I.P. Harambe.
R.I.P. Harambe. Well, it's been like 3 years now.
Yeah, and I know I'm thinking too much about, as people would say, a goofy monster movie, but you can have a monster movie that takes itself seriously or that is self-aware that can be pulled off. It can be pulled off. This movie just I don't think pulled it off well. I think it had a lot of conflicting tones surrounding it, and it just needed to not just I don't want to say just pick one, but it needed to decide what type of movie it was going to be, because big monsters fight is an action. That's not the type of movie this is. There are different types of giant monster movies. There's monster movies that are directed like giant kaiju fights, like you see in Pacific Rim. There's giant monster movies that are more shot in terms of like it's a natural disaster, much like the first Godzilla was, because even when Godzilla came out of the water in the first one, it created a tsunami, and when Rodan comes out of this one, it has it. Okay, I see where my brain's trying to put together. It seems like this movie was just a bunch of cliched genres put together that did nothing to make it entertaining. There was all that. Yeah. There was all of that nonsense that you and I kind of get bored out of. And then when it has an inkling of something that's interesting, like when it goes to the humans talking about this stuff, the dialogue is bad and not thought out. Yeah. And so there's nothing really for me, and I guess you, to enjoy of it.
No, I did not enjoy it.
Okay.
Which when we got out, like we were all kind of quiet, and then the first person speaker was like, "So that sucked, right?"
I'm usually very silent after a movie because I'm like, let me think about this. Was it as bad? Was it as good as I thought? But this movie right away, like, it was one of those movies where probably 15 to 20 minutes in, I was like, oh no, this is going downhill fast. Because the movie starts right off the bat. Like, it starts with action.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't waste time,
But
which is nice, I guess.
Yeah, which is nice, but
it felt like
it got us straight into the shit,
yeah,
you know?
It felt like a 3.5 hour movie, but it was what, like 2 hours?
Now, John Wick 3, y'all want a good action movie.
That's fun.
I can't vouch for that movie enough.
That's a movie that takes itself seriously, yet is also self-aware of what it is and uses that to boost itself up.
And he does such a fucking good job. Y'all got to go see John Wick 3 right now. Speaking of movies, I got to go last week while you were out of town. I went to a early screening of Jim Jarmusch's new movie, The Dead Don't Die, with Bill Murray and what's his name? I'm suddenly forgetting. Adam Driver. And Tilda Swinton, and it was he did like a Q&A afterwards, the director, and it was really cool. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I saw early reviews. They didn't give it such a good score. It got like 5 out of 10.
How would you say you enjoyed it? Don't score it, but say, would you recommend to see it in theaters, or would you say wait to rent it?
I think it's fun.
Okay.
It left me feeling there was a bit of emptiness there. I think like. Almost, I'm trying to think of the way everything tied together. Maybe it just went over my head, but I still did enjoy it, and I would recommend it. I think it was fun. Bill Murray did a really good job. Adam Driver did a good job. It was really funny.
I'll check it out because it seems interesting. But
there were a lot of funny parts, and it's very, very fourth wall breaking.
Did you? Okay, well, that's
it's
nice.
super self-aware.
But see, here's another problem when movies are self-aware. Movies can be self-aware, but then not be self-aware of the fact that it is more stupid by the fact it's being there's like self-awareness is not something that you can just be. You have to you gotta
pull it off.
You can't just use it as an excuse like us to be bad.
Well, I was actually so basically he didn't write the script like that at first. He said this in Q&A, but he added those parts in as like a joke. And then showed them to Bill Murray and Adam Driver.
And they liked it.
And they liked him so much. He was like, I'm going to take these out. And apparently they're like, no, you have to keep those in. Those are good.
Okay.
So
overall, you'd recommend it.
Yeah.
I saw 2 movies when I was on vacation.
Oh, what'd you see?
I saw Booksmart and I saw Brightburn.
I heard Brightburn was good. Was it not?
I didn't like it. It was one of those movies where the only thing it has going for it, to me, was it's a movie that's propped up on its premise and its premise alone, and they could have done so much more with it, but it seemed like they just got lazy, and they had a lot of scenes that could have been cut. There's a lot of characters that I think could have been switched around. I don't want to get into spoiler territory, but there's just a lot of changes, and there's a lot of things that they themselves added, which I think took away from the movie. And as I said, it's just my review is it's nothing but its premise in my eyes. And that sucks because if you just see him, the premise is, what if Superman as kid was bad? That's the premise. And that's all the movie ends up being. There's no really overarching, there are themes, yes, but there's not like a solid theme that I could grasp onto.
Yeah.
It just seemed more or less just like slasher movie with bad Superman in it, and I wanted it to be a little more than that. I feel like it could have been
super bad.
It was. I wouldn't recommend it. And then, or maybe I don't know. No, I couldn't. I honestly wasn't entertained. I won't see it again. And then Booksmart, I saw a lot of good reviews about it. It wasn't my type of movie. I've never liked college party movies in general.
Yeah. Wait, which one's Booksmart?
The one with the 2 girls, and they find out that a bunch of the people that they don't like at the school are getting into good colleges, and they partied all the time, and the kids that are the protagonists didn't party, and they thought that the key to getting into a good college was to study and not go to parties or do drugs. And so they feel like they've wasted their entire high school experience.
So they try to make up
and
for
so
it.
The night before graduation is the one night where they're going to go to that one party and get their experience.
I like that premise. It's fun.
I liked the chemistry between the 2 actresses, and as a directorial debut from Olivia Wilde, it was fine. And there were a lot of jokes where I think the joke didn't need to be over-explained. or the joke didn't need to be explained at all. There's like a lot of jokes that I thought could have just been in the background and they would have been funnier in the background.
That's what Family Guy does. They'll do a funny joke, and I'll be like, that was pretty good. And then they'll add one more line at the end that just kills it, where they over-explain it. Like that one final line of the joke where they have to like point out why the joke is funny. And I'm like, damn it, it was good until then.
And honestly, like there's a lot of points in the there are points in the movie that I have to give it credit for in terms of that it takes something and flips it around and does the opposite. Like we all know the classic scene where you see someone with long hair and the guy's like, oh, look at this sexy bitch.
And they turn around.
And it's a dude. They did the exact opposite where there's a character that's a dude with long hair in the movie and this female goes up thinking it's him. It's like, hey, they do like the rare thing, whatever. And it turns around and it's just another girl. And they're like, oh, whoops. So it's like, it's cool it's just cool to see that shit, I guess, to see stuff flipped because it's coming from a female director. I guess, like, I don't know if that was just, I have to think that they take certain things that you usually see in a guy movie about parties and they
kind of flip it.
They flip it a little bit. There are some interesting things they did with the movie in terms of there was like one like stop motion bit, I guess it would be
blowjobs
when they're on. No, there's talk about blowjobs.
Yes.
If I can't recommend it to see it in theaters, but if you want to rent it and like give it a try, sure. But as I said, like I feel bad for saying that it's bad because it's just not my type of movie. Yeah. Those movies have never been like whether it's Project X or whatever. It's like those movies have never been my type of like the big college funny ha-has. Maybe when I'm older and I become more nostalgic. Well, I never partied in high school.
SuperBad is like the only one I'm.
There's really SuperBad. There's like I'm not a big fan of
Drill Bit Taylor.
I'm not a big fan of Drill Bit Taylor. Or
I like that movie a lot.
I'm not a big fan of Animal Party, even though it's a classic. It's a college movie though. It's college.
Animal House.
Animal House. Animal House. Not. I watched it and I was like, eh.
Yeah, I
liked Old School. Old School was pretty funny.
Is that the one with
the older men throwing the party?
Yeah. What about
Will Ferrell runs around naked?
Party?
I want to see Rocket Man because
my mom saw it and said it was. She called me yesterday to tell me it was incredible.
Okay.
So,
I like Taron Egerton.
I'm also.
Is that his name? I think it is.
I saw a movie called Broken Flowers after I saw The Dead Don't Die. It was another Jim Jarmusch film. Very, very good. Very good Bill Murray movie. And actually, you know what? There's something that we haven't even brought up yet since it's happened because we recorded the last two podcasts before we did this. And this is our first podcast we're recording since Ryan's back in town.
Give it here. You're not keeping it this time.
Please.
Just put it in my pocket, and I'm gonna save it for later.
Okay. Patreon, baby. Let's take our sandals off.
You motherfuckers have been incredible.
Holy shit.
And very supportive.
Ryan and I were like crying because he was out of town when we launched it and we just called each other like 5 minutes in. We were like, what the fuck?
It's nothing you guys, here's the thing. Like, it's not something you have to do. It's not something you have to do.
No, not at all. And don't feel bad if
watch,
you can't.
Yeah, it's not something you have to do to watch the channel or be a part of the channel. The way I would think about our Patreon is the way that Matt and I talked about it, how we wanted to set it up, is it's like kind of like joining a membership or joining like a little club. For $5 a month, you get extra content. That doesn't mean like an extra Let's Play or anything like that. We're not putting the finales on Patreon or the first episodes on Patreon. Everything that you're getting on Super Mega will remain here and stay here, including more once we get everything up in the Super Megaplex running.
Which you can see pictures of on the Patreon.
Exactly. Patreon is specifically for those, and as I said, nobody has to support us in that way.
Yeah.
We are very much happy for anyone to just simply watch and engage in our content in any way they see fit.
Someone came up to me recently and told me how they couldn't like donate to the Patreon because money was tight, and they seemed like super remorseful. And I was like, well, don't feel bad. Like, just watching's enough. Like, we don't like. if you donate to the Patreon, it's not like you're a better fan or like a bigger, viewer. We appreciate it because the way we see it is it's like a donation. It's like you're helping support us, especially now that we're on our own from Game Grumps and we have to pay office rent. We got to buy all this new equipment. We have to, pay ourselves, of course. We have to pay Jackson. We got to pay for merch to get made.
Gotta pay Justin.
Gotta pay Justin. Gotta pay Don. So it is a pretty big operation.
The bill adds up.
The bill does definitely add up.
Which you
Especially in
guys,
California.
you guys
Taxes.
helping out and donating to the Patreon helps us a good deal, and so we appreciate those who are able to support us in that way. And we're happy also to create extra content for those people who go that extra step. Because here's the thing:
Basically,
it's like
a thank you.
we're not the way. Okay, here's the way I think of it, at least from my point of view. And say whatever you want, but this is how I think of it. I don't feel. Maybe you have to help me on this one, Matt. I don't personally feel that we're making content for the Patreon and holding it behind a paywall, and people have to pay to see it. Yes, that is what Patreon is, but from the way I see it is that you guys donate with your money, sometimes your hard-earned money, to support us. And so to be able for you guys to donate that money, we have to put stuff out for you.
Like, we want to thank you for that.
Yes.
So we're going to get some extra shit. We're going to get, like, shit we never released, maybe. Like, basically, shit where it's like, well, where would we normally throw this? Here's a little video we made. It would be weird to upload this on the channel.
Yeah.
Let's throw it to Patreon.
Don't see it as spitting in the faces of the fans that can't afford or aren't supporting the Patreon. It's simply the content is made to thank those who do join the Patreon.
Yeah,
this isn't supposed to create some rivalry between who's a better fan or not. This is just, it helps to support us, and for a thank you of helping us, helping as a thank you for supporting us, we provide extra content.
Yeah,
and that's what that is. And I see it as kind of like a little membership that when you join,
we'll
then
give you like sneak peeks and shit,
Yeah,
because like that's not keeping anything from anyone. It's like, if because you're donating to help support us, we'll give you a sneak peek of this video.
I know I worded that wrong, because at the end of the day, I know Patreon is like, it is this thing where you either pay or you don't see this content. And I'm not trying to make it sound any prettier than it is. I'm just saying that the content is made for the people who support it. It's not made for like everyone, and we're trying to
keep it behind a paywall.
Yeah, which it is behind a pay. It's just, I don't know how to explain it.
I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah,
that makes total sense. I think people understand that too. And it's just like so fucking sweet. And I did the math. Our Patreon is the price of one video game a year.
Ooh.
So not too much if you'd like to go support us. It's patreon.com/SuperMega. And by the time this drops, we should have already crossed 5,000 patrons, which is unreal, because Ryan and I did not expect that. We did not expect that type of response, and
I expected like half that, which is like still incredible.
Yeah, and we're just blown away more and more every time we do something new, that you guys are so engaging and so fucking supportive. Because I saw so many people that were like, I don't even care if they didn't post anything on the page, I just want to support. And I'm like, why? That's like, damn, that's so fucking nice.
And we're gonna keep and for those who are donating to the Patreon, we are gonna keep updating it every week.
Every week. Basically, just depending on what we're doing, we'll have more content out on it.
Might be like a video where we're working on something. It's just like a short behind the scenes. Just, okay, we're working on this stuff, just to let you guys know, give you guys like a backstage pass in a sense.
I legit thought about it last night, where I found all these like fake photoshopped images of Hillary Clinton like naked, like spreading her pussy, and I thought about posting like, hey guys, we got some like really big someone leaked something to us that's like huge. It's on our Patreon. People would go and just get that, like naked Hillary Clinton photos. I actually got them all saved. Did I send them to you? Oh, your mom texted me, Ryan. Here, Ryan, check these out. Hold on. I got this one. I got like this. I was thinking like go to our Patreon for like something big. And just be like that.
There are kids on our Patreon.
Let me tell you something. If a journalist came to you with a leak this big, you got to make sure the world sees it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Of course. We
could set our Patreon to 18+ for revealing those photos.
Look at those pops.
Look at those pops on the microphone. But seriously, guys, we got a lot of cool shit on the way. not only for Patreon, but for the channel. Right now, it's still going slow because Ryan's been out of town and we have to set up our office, which is going to take a bit. But I do really want to film a lot of that progress, of the process, and try to share it with you guys, whether it be on the channel, Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, etc. We're gonna do some cool shit with that office.
And I can't stress enough that we're never going to take content that was once on this channel and hide it behind a paywall.
SuperMegaCast is now 20 minutes. To listen to the rest, go to our Patreon.
Exactly. Like, it's not going to be like that. But again, thank you for all those who are supporting us.
Real. It means the world
through
to
Patreon.
us.
And also, thank you to everyone else who, as I said, is supporting us through their own level of engagement in which they can. Don't ever go out of your way to, like, if you need that $5, it's nice for you to give that to us, but please also be like financially responsible for yourself. If you need that $5, if you have other subscriptions that you have,
keep that shit in your pocket.
Exactly.
You got bills to pay. You got student loan debt. Fucking, we'll be fine. Keep that for yourself. But again, thank you so much. If you guys want to check it out, it is in the description. If you want to click that link, join that little community. It's cool. We do a lot of direct interaction on there too, like responding to comments and shit. But yeah, that's about all the Patreon talk I got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
You fucking do. We're going.
Okay.
We went to E3 this week, which by the time this drops, I don't know if we've dropped any E3 videos.
Who knows?
'cause
But
I can't
tonight's
see
a
the future.
Fortnite party.
Yeah, tonight we're going.
And we'll talk about E3 and all of that after these ads.
Oh, okay. Da, 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 da.
Bum, bum.
Let's all talk about something we can agree on. Saving money.
Oh, shit.
Oh, who turned the air conditioning on right when I'm starting this ad read?
Probably, fuck it.
Honey's a free browser extension that scans the web for coupon codes and discounts while you shop online. It automatically applies the biggest savings to your cart at checkout, like magic. It works on over 20,000 sites like Amazon, Nordstrom, J.Crew, Nike, Best Buy, Target, Macy's, and more. It takes zero effort to install. Just 2 clicks and you'll start saving money anytime you shop online. I never browse the internet when I'm doing shopping without Honey. It's my little sidekick. It goes and it finds those deals that are tucked away on other websites. It brings them to me like my sweet little computer servant. And the next thing you know, I'm saving $6 when I'm ordering a bunch of socks in bulk. It's incredible.
Sounds incredible.
Let's look at some testimonial reviews.
Ooh.
Thomas Wolf said they call it Honey because of all them sweet deals. Honey pot emoji. Ma Fernanda said, I was going to spend a little over $200 on Fashion Nova, but Honey came in clutch and helped me save $84.49. That's literally almost half of that order. And Irene said, I totally thought Honey was a scam, but I just got $300 worth of bathing suits for $180. Damn, Irene! It's got a 5-star rating on the Chrome store, and a lot of people fucking love it. So let's talk about some misconceptions.
Ooh.
You might think it sounds too good to be true, like it's free and it saves you money. What's the catch? Well, it's pretty simple. When you use a coupon provided by Honey, they earn a small commission from the merchant, and they pass along some of the savings to their members, so it's a win-win for everybody. So, look, there's really no reason not to use Honey. It's free to use and easy to install on your computer in just 2 clicks. Don't take it from me, take it from all of our listeners. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/megacast. That's joinhoney.com/megacast. Online savings simplified. Honey, it's free money. I'm gonna throw that one in because that's our good catchphrase. Save money with Honey. That honestly should be their catchphrase. I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah, well.
Save money with Honey.
I mean, they could pay us a little extra for giving them that idea.
Like they up it by like $5. Thank you. Ryan?
Yeah.
Would you like to do the next one?
Yes.
Getting fit and staying healthy always sounds easier said than done, right? Openfit is bringing you something new that makes it even easier to never miss a sweat session. Lose the commute to the gym and let the workouts come to you. It's a brand new, super simple streaming service that allows you to work out from the comfort of your living room in as little as 10 minutes a day. You'll get amazing training and classes, because Openfit classes are led by some of the most effective and engaging trainers in the world. Sculpt your body with Andrea Rogers, founder of the worldwide sensation Extend Bar, or get in crazy good shape with Hunter McIntyre, named by Sports Illustrated as one of the top 50th athletes.
Top 50th?
Does it really say that?
No.
Oh.
Lose up to 15 pounds in just the first 30 days. Flatten your abs, shape your body, and look and feel great.
Openfit has changed the way I work out, and you can use our code SUPER. Ha! Right now, during the Openfit 30-day challenge, our listeners get a special extended 30-day free trial membership to Openfit, where you can lose up to 15 pounds in 30 days when you text SUPER to 303030. That's SUPER to 303030. You will get full access to Openfit, all the workouts and nutrition information, and it's totally free. Again, just text SUPER to 303030. Ha ha! We're back. Hey.
Hey, y'all. Hello.
Poopsies?
Y'all, we ain't making fun of Danny. We're just busting his balls. He's a great friend of ours.
Yeah.
I love Dan. I do love Danny.
There is a Sekiro episode titled Danny's Diaper.
Yeah. So, I'm scared he's gonna see it and be like, what? They're making fun of me. Danny, we're not making fun of you, buddy. We love you.
Matt, he's a 40-year-old man. If he gets upset about us making fun of the fact that he wears a make-believe diaper.
That's true. Dude, yeah, he legit could be both our dads.
Yeah.
You know, like technically he could be our dads. Our dad.
Yeah, if they impregnated a woman at the age of 14.
I love that. Oh, yeah, that's right. I just wish like he found out that he just had like some kids somewhere. It's like,
We were them.
Hey guys, I guess there's 2 more lovelies than we thought. And he like walks them with 2 smoking hot like 22-year-old daughters. Yeah, these are the newest lovelies.
Check this out, Aaron. What do you think of that, buddy?
Has Dan ever farted on Game Grumps?
I don't think so.
I don't think he's the type to do that. Aaron shit his pants on Game Grumps.
There was a period where you didn't want to fart on SuperMega.
I didn't. I was very self-conscious. I was like, but the girls won't think it's hot.
I know. You're like, what? Yeah, then you realized you're on a Let's Play channel.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm a fucking Let's Player. Our girls already don't think I'm hot. I might as well just rip it.
You're doing that yourself, buddy.
Yeah. I already kind of sealed the fate with the whole Let's Play thing.
Matt Watson, sexy.
No.
Matt Watson, make me go ooh woo.
Ryan McGee, make me go sploosh out pussy.
I want to put pictures of them and cut Ryan's eyes and put them on Matt's eyes and cut off Matt's nose and put it on Ryan's nose. I want to make a mishmash of them. Then I want to rub them on my balls.
The perfect human. They say the perfect humans don't exist. All you have to do is switch Ryan and Matt's eyes and nose.
Ew! Imagine how horrible that would look. My beady little eyes on your face.
I'd have your nose too. You'd have my big ass honker.
Dude, I think you with any smaller of a nose would look weird.
I'll get some surgery. And
You look like fucking Voldemort.
What if I tried to secretly get like my nose reduced in size, but it's just like it's like that big now, and I was like, dude, I didn't get surgery. What are you talking about?
all your features are perfectly sized to make your face look as handsome as possible.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. That means I'd say the same thing about you. You got a nice ass nose. The shape of that's very whoop.
Well, it's very down.
Yeah,
straight
that's
down.
nice. That's
Just
attractive.
There's no curve.
Mine's got a little.
Is there a curve? I think it's just a straight
no,
down.
There's no curve. And see, mine's got that kind of obtuse curve where then it kind of just has that weird angle, and I got those long ass teardrop nostrils. You got nice round nostrils. Mine are just fucking. I have a very deviated septum. I got to take care of that too.
Unique features extend themselves to provide a unique experience for the ladies. So
When I'm sticking my nose into the pussy.
yeah, deep into them.
Yeah, they love that, dude. They go crazy for that.
Yeah, you blow your snot rockets in there.
You go, oops, I forgot to use a nose condom. Uh-oh.
That's gratuitous, dude.
Let's get some plan B.
Man, that's fucking gratuitous.
That is gratuitous. Is that the right word? No, gratuitous means like charitable, right?
No.
Gratuitous?
Gratuitous violence? Too much?
Gratuitous, like gratitude.
Yeah, but why do people describe violence
gratuity.
as gratuitous violence?
Because there's so much extra violence.
Look
for
up the
free.
word gratuitous.
Oh my fucking god! Hold on. Siri, what does gratuitous mean?
Uncalled for, lacking good reason, unwarranted. Do you want to hear the remaining?
Yes,
one?
gratuitous.
No. Yeah, I was wrong. Ha! Matt Watson wrong compilation. 45 minutes.
I think we'd have a lot longer.
A
than
lot
that,
longer
buddy.
than that. I've said my fair share of things that were incredibly wrong. But that's what happens when you got to talk several hours a week out of your ass on the internet.
Of
You're gonna
course.
say some wrong things.
You might wonder, why don't you guys research before you even bring up those subjects? And I say, why? Why the fuck would I want to
could just
become an
throw out
expert?
False information to the masses, you know.
Well, I don't think that you and I are giving like any legal or medical
Because if you're getting your information from Let's Players, like that's already a pretty like source.
Yeah.
Like I don't think any teacher would let you use us as one of your sources for a paper. Because remember they wouldn't let you use Wikipedia.
Unless you want to be a Let's Player and you're writing a paper on Let's Players.
Let's Plays, yeah.
Yeah.
Which you could. I imagine they'll start introducing Let's Play classes in college soon. Like how to be an online.
Don't they already have those?
They probably do. How to be like an influencer.
How to be a YouTuber.
Yeah,
YouTube
we should
class.
teach that shit. We should like after we retire SuperMega, go teach college lectures on how to be YouTubers. So you guys might remember us. Remember Blonde Boys? Remember all that other stuff we did?
It's simple. All you have to do is catch a deep-voiced Let's Player when he has 50,000 subscribers and ask him to be in a live-action video because he's tired of being asked to do Let's Plays, and therefore he wants to do something different. So if you give him the only avenue to do something different and you show that you have at least a schmeckle of talent...
That's all you got to do, guys. Well, anyway, hope you all have a good day. That's all for this course.
That's what I did.
Yeah, that's what you did. I mean, I kind of did the same thing with you guys.
No. Syndigo never made, technically made money, but I was never living off of Syndigo.
Yeah, I never saw a single cent from
Mark was always the big boy on top.
Mark was the big muscular man up top. The Zeus of the kingdom.
Like a teapot.
Boys, welcome to heaven. The gatekeeper of God's kingdom.
Mark's much like a teapot.
Short and stout.
And filled with things that excite the masses.
Absolutely. Might burn the tongue, too, because they're so goddamn hot.
That is true. Those fucking dark-ass nipples. Get them out of here, Mike.
You did have some dark nipples.
Imagine if he fucking listened to this and that's what he would get upset over.
He sues us.
My nipples are not dark.
He like, Your Honor, jury, please look at my nipples.
Those are some dark nipples, Mark.
What? He has a form of body dysmorphia where, like, he sees his nipples as a different color from what they really are. These nipples are bright pink. Your Honor, anybody could see. I just got regular pink. I'm not even
Same.
pink. I got like salmon colored nipples.
I got just a regular.
These are like dark tan.
Just regular pink.
Are yours more pink than mine?
I don't know.
Did you know I heard this morning. It was funny. All right. Your nipples are older than your teeth.
Older
than your teeth.
Yeah. Why not?
That's cool, right? It's one of those weird facts. Yo, I saw this post that ruined my day. It was like,
Matt's not funny, and I hate him, and he's annoying.
No. It was a list of like just things that like you don't think about, but when you start thinking about it, you like can't stop thinking about it.
Like,
you can feel all your toes touching each other. Now you're gonna consciously breathe.
Oh yeah, like those little things.
Every time you swallow, you can hear a crackle.
My least favorite one.
It was like 50 of them.
You know what my least favorite one is?
God,
that you can always see your nose. I hate that one.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? It's always there. Like,
yeah, it is. There it is.
You can always see your nose.
Your mind just blocks it out. Mm-hmm. It's so used to it. Damn it! Now I'm breathing consciously.
You can always see the bridge and then the nose.
Now I'm thinking about how I can feel my toes touching. I can see my nose, and I have to like consciously think about breathing now, and I feel like I can't breathe. Don't. What if like someone's like go to the hospital? Like, I can't breathe. Oh, the Let's Player did it. The funny YouTube man. Oh, speaking of funny YouTube man, I went to Kill Bill and Rav's house show they did. I'm sorry, that was another one. Do you want this one too?
Yep. Come on.
I can't keep this one?
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry.
Basically, they were gonna do this show at this like wrestling like arena thing, but then the night before the venue canceled on them. So they were like scrambling to find a new thing.
Didn't they give them the numbers they could sell tickets for? So they're the ones
something like that.
So the venue's
the
one that canceled the event.
It was because they reached capacity and they're like, we got to cancel the whole thing. So that they were like freaking out all night. And they were like, how are we gonna do this show? Because like Rav flew all the way over here, Bill flew all the way over here. People were flying out for this show. But some dude was nice enough to let them use their house up north of like Hollywood.
Some random dude.
It's one of their friends.
Oh, okay.
But he was like. It was so cool. It was like a great backyard. A lot of really cool people there. A lot of people showed up.
I wanted to go and I could have gone, but I just like my flight landed at 5:30, and there's
Yeah,
no
you're
like I
exhausted.
got home and there was
Traveling
like
all day.
no way I was gonna go back out and go to a party.
It was fun though. You they put on a really good live show, and Frank.
I went to their last one and I loved their show. I hate that I didn't get to see Frank and them.
Have you ever
and,
seen
like,
Frank live?
Yeah.
I did it, guys. I finally did it. I saw Frank live. You remember on the last podcast?
You and I have seen him live before. In fact, I don't know why he was being so upset about it because we gave him a position on stage in front of 500 people.
Wait a second.
At the Christmas show.
He opened up our Christmas show. I did see him live.
So we did see
he
him
sang
live.
Feliz Navidad.
And he did perform in front of a large audience.
I might call his ass about it. He actually just texted me, speak of the devil. Oh, it's just how...
For those who think I'm serious, I'm not insinuating that Frank owes us anything.
Actually, he does.
Well,
He
he
owes a lot.
owes Matt an apology.
He owes me just one. A kiss will make it right. But I saw Frank's live set. It was wonderful. The crowd was really turning up. I'm sure some of you guys saw the videos where I got stuck on the roof because I was shooting a little something up on the roof. And then
You were shooting someone?
I had my gun up on the roof. I got it right.
Your
my crosshairs
AR-15?
right on Rav's head, and then everyone noticed me, so I had to pretend like I was joking. But basically, I was shooting something up there, and then I had to get down before they started the next song, so I could shoot something else. And then I thought Harrison and I got up on the roof. We'd had a little bit to drink. We didn't think about how to get down from the roof.
It didn't look like that far of a drop.
In the video, it does not. It was though. It was actually like it's too far to jump for sure.
But if you do that thing where you dangle your legs off first, that cuts like half of the distance.
Very.
You got long legs.
Very unstable roof.
Should you have someone catch you?
If I did the thing where I was just barely on the edge, I feel like it would crack and it would just come down.
Okay. You don't want to fuck up the tiling on the roof.
Yeah,
at the
I don't
same
want to
time
fuck up
as
some
well.
random dude's roof too, because I had to get on this one flat part of the
Well,
roof.
he did
which
give
was
you
like-
permission to go up there.
He did. But it was like a flat tin area, which clearly didn't have the support like the rest of the shingles did. So every time I'd like inch my ass across it, I could feel it sinking down, and I had to lay on there. And Harrison would like put his foot on it and shake the whole thing while I'm trying to film. I was like, Harrison, you motherfucker! First the pretzels, now this.
He's the older brother, so you have to know he's the one that bullies.
No, but usually it's the little brother that does the annoying.
Is it?
The little brother is the annoying one.
The little brother's
older
the
brother's the
annoying
bully,
one, but
but
the
the
older
little
brother's
brother's-
yeah.
I mean, the middle brother is just like Malcolm, you know? Just in the middle.
Usually normal.
Yeah, really normal.
Usually
Jackson.
very like introverted into themselves. Or maybe the middle child, because they don't get enough attention, acts out.
That's true. That's
Who
true.
knows? I don't know.
Do you ever wish that you had grown up with like siblings? Like a brother or like a sister?
Not really. I don't know. The way I grew up and my personality now, I'm very to myself. So I couldn't imagine it because it would
Well,
be
I
a
feel like
different
that
thing.
also a lot of that has to do with the fact you were an
Of
only
course.
child.
I mean, I had stepbrothers and a stepsister. So I mean, cool. I
Did you
guess.
guys live together? growing up?
Every other weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And during the summer, every other week.
I never was that close to my sister growing up just because she was a teenager in high school at the time.
You were
and,
always
like,
the little brother.
Yeah, like she's not gonna want to hang out with her little brother, or
Mm-hmm.
like because she's gonna go hang out with her friends and do high school or stuff. But I'm her little middle school brother. It's like, why would you want to? But now that we're adults, we're all real cool. Insert funny wedding video joke here. She actually did bring that up to me recently again. She's like, I've seen a lot of comments about it. Like,
She's never getting that, is she?
shit,
Matt?
when
Be
is
honest.
when is her? Oh, I missed their anniversary.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Well, it's not my job to remember my sister's wedding anniversary.
Oh, it's nice. Like Mother's Day. It's
like
not.
I hope her husband remembered the anniversary. By the way, Father's Day is this weekend, guys. Go get your dad something. I hopefully just save some of your asses. I thought it was yesterday, and I started freaking out.
Shit, when is my birthday?
Your birthday's today. It's Ryan's birthday.
Oh shit, this is dropping on my birthday.
Happy birthday,
Oh
Ryan.
shit, thank you. I'm
Happy
25
fucking
now.
birthday. You're 25, dude.
The quarter of a century, you know?
Quarter of a century, man.
Cool.
Holy shit, man. Look at you. You can rent a car now. Yes, it's the last big birthday where there's something cool.
No, I could always rent a car.
But now
I just don't.
without having to pay an extra fee every
Yes,
day.
exactly.
No more exclusions. You can
that'll
get a
be
sports
nice.
car now. You can rent a sports car.
Ooh.
You can't rent a sports car if you're under 25. There's like a lot of restrictions on size and stuff.
Darn.
You can go out and get yourself a fucking sports car today, drive it around LA. Make sure you get that insurance though, because you ding that shit up, they will charge you.
Yeah, and insurance at rental car places is usually only $45 or so.
Yeah.
I say only, but I'm taking that in the precedent of like, if you fuck up the car, you're not paying thousands of dollars.
Like tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine like some dude gets a fucking like Mercedes from a dealer like to rent. He's I don't need the fucking insurance. Just drives it off the lot and immediately like just totals.
I'm trying to think of what I want to do for my birthday.
We got some plans for you.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's what you want. Do you want to plan something, or do you want?
No, I don't.
Do you want the boys to plan something?
I'll have the boys plan something.
Okay. That's what you want. We got some ideas. I do want to know though, what kind of, because we have a bunch of ideas, but we want to get some input on like what you're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a certain type of food you want?
Like a cake or food in
Food.
general? Okay.
Don't worry about the cake, bro.
Can I give you money for the cake because I already know what cake I want?
No, it's your birthday. Well, yeah, Ryan, pay us for your own birthday.
But
cake.
you know
Give
what
us
kind of
money.
cake I want.
Yes, I do.
And I'm not gonna have you pay that for a birthday cake.
It's an expensive birthday cake, and I will guilt you over it. But as long as I can have a slice, and we're all putting our money together for it, and I don't mind it because it's like one of the fucking best cakes in the world.
Okay.
It's fucking good.
Okay.
It's from Milk Bar, which
Yeah.
is like a real famous place in New York and LA. They got good ass cakes. We got one for Harrison's birthday, and I took a bite, and I was like, "Uh-oh."
I know.
Oh, shit.
That was bad because like
it's
it is
so
honestly like the best
It's the
birthday
best
cake
cake.
I've ever had.
Like they're worth the fucking price.
Like all hype, the hype's
The
well
hype's
deserved.
real. I was like, how good can a fucking cake be?
It's like Corn Man. The hype's deserved.
it is absolutely.
Oh, I need to get some. No,
Dude,
I'm counting calories again.
I had corn yesterday, but it was it was rolled in hot Cheetos, like ground up hot Cheetos. Was not very good actually because I asked for it on the stick, but they gave it to me in the bowl, and it was clearly like frozen corn they had microwaved. Not good.
Corn Man doesn't do that shit.
But Rav got one on the stick, and it was pretty good.
We should have a night where it's like a make your own. What is it called?
Elote.
Make your own elote. And we have like a bunch of things where you can put however much you want on it. We even have like we'll have the spice, the red pepper spice. I don't know what they
Tahini?
Yeah, the tahini that they put on it. We can also have crushed up hot Cheetos. We can have other
crushed
things.
up Takis. That would be good.
Crushed up. We can have a bunch of shit.
Lime juice.
Yeah, just like make your own.
let's do that.
That'll
That
be
sounds
nice.
great.
We also need to have another wine and cheese night soon.
We do. Well, actually,
There was someone on tour that made me so happy that said that since like we talked about doing wine and cheese night, that they did a wine and cheese night.
him and their friends started doing wine and cheese
and I was
night.
like,
I'm
that's
hell
so
yeah.
Wine and cheese nights. There's nothing more wholesome than a couple of bros having a wine and cheese night.
And actually, at the next one, we really want to show you "Call Me by Your Name." That's a super homoerotic night. We're having wine and cheese and watching like an incredibly.
I heard it's a decent movie.
It's a fantastic movie. I've been meaning to rewatch it because the first time I watched it, I paused it a ton.
I saw a Good Time.
Was Good Time good?
I liked it.
Good Time looked really.
I
good.
liked it.
I like Robert Pattinson.
He's good. I can't wait for him to be Batman.
Yeah. That looks pretty dope.
So what kind of food I would want for my birthday?
Yes. Do you have a certain genre of food? A preference?
I do love sushi.
You love sushi? We'll keep that in mind then.
Okay.
Just because we don't want to take you to a place that you're like, this is good, but
The thing is, I love sushi and I also love steak, so you can't go wrong with either or.
25's a big number, dude. That's a big birthday number.
Should I plan to be ready by a certain time?
I want you downstairs in your gown.
Are y'all taking me on an adventure through the day, or is it just kind of like?
I gotta figure that out.
How's that going? Like you said, the boys got something planned, but what do you mean?
By the boys, I mean all of us.
Of course.
I am one of the boys. We have some ideas. Dude, Jackson won't be here for your birthday. I just realized that. So it's gonna be just you, me, and Harrison.
Jackson.
I have to go to Puerto Rico. I'm talking trips to Puerto Rico. Say the word and we go.
God, I'm such an asshole, and I never thought I'd be like that because I was like, does it make me a fucking weeb, dude? I want to go to Japan again so bad.
Right? The internet's over here grilling me like, oh, Matt goes to Japan too much. Okay, first of all, I've been less than Aaron. So
how many times has Aaron been?
Aaron's been like 12, 13, 14 times.
Jesus.
I think. He's like, Matt, I've been 3.
I love the story of how he just, on a whim, on his birthday, woke up one morning and was like, I want to go to Japan. And they just went to Japan.
I wish.
I know.
I wish I could do that. That's so sick. That's very...
But there's a part of me that's like, just go for a week. Go for a week. Enjoy a good bit of food, because I don't know how to explain it, man.
And also, like...
It's a wonderful place to be.
People
so
nice.
It's all about, like, manners and
if you find the right
cleanliness,
websites, you
and
can
all
get
the
like a
food's
round
good.
trip ticket for
Yeah.
like 2 weeks for like $400 or $500,
I'm not
which
sure-
is expensive, but like comparatively, like from the East Coast, I remember it was like $2,000. From California, you get one for like $400 or $500. That's pretty good.
Yeah, especially if you plan it in advance.
Yeah, if you save up for that and plan it out, then like that's for 2 weeks. I think that's worth the price.
I will say, you kept saying that, Tokyo was very like in terms westernized in terms of its development and stuff like that, and I never really saw it until I went to New York City, and that's the clear distinction where you see the like Tokyo is the Japanese version of a New York City.
Yeah.
Except New York City is gross and smells, and it's not about manners. It's about getting one up on your fellow brethren. And then you got Tokyo over here being all like, yo, we put high schoolers in bars and have old Japanese men flirt with them.
More advanced.
I'm saying they're both off in their own way. Just Japan's more clean.
Yeah. Like Tokyo definitely ain't perfect. It's they got some weird shit over there. But it's almost like two different SimCity saves where like it's like your little brothers and then like your college friend that has like straight A's that's like really into the game.
Yeah.
Like Tokyo is like your college friend, and then like New York's like your little brother who put some good hours into the game, but it's like he didn't put that much thought into it though. It's kind of he has a dirty city, a lot of crime. I do
want to go back to New York.
New York's really nice. I love New York City.
But it's something because I love food. There's something about Japan's food culture, I guess Tokyo's food culture in general, that I really
it's cheaper
enjoy.
Than America for sure with the food.
And I'll say it. I'll say this and I'll say it again.
You get like a full meal for like $6.
A part of the reason I really like going to Japan, and I should just go to other countries where I don't speak the language, is that there's minimal interactivity. There's minimal social interactivity with others.
Which for an introvert,
that's beautiful. I love it. I like go around and I'm like, I can just look at people. Like we'll just be, boop, wave.
You're almost like a spectator.
You're
in like spectator mode almost.
All it is you can only really get across sentiments, and then you can get across very generic ideas. But there are a lot of Japanese people who know English very well. Like you and I, the first trip, we got drunk with some random people.
Yeah, that was fun.
And
we met some random dudes on the street.
It was essentially
with them for a while.
I looked at it as this. It was cool because they were testing their English out on you, and you were testing your Japanese out on them. It was like this intermingling of things. It was nice.
They gave great reach arounds too.
Oh,
Those were real cool guys. That was a fun night.
Small hands.
I loved it, dude. But I do want to go back. Actually, you know what? I know what everyone's thinking right now. They're like, so you guys are fucking talking about going back to Japan again, and you haven't released the fucking Japan.
Hey, no!
Guys, we got them on the way, and this time we mean it. We're back from everything. We're getting settled in the office. We're getting new equipment. Our computers fucking suck. We're getting new equipment to edit these videos on. The Harajuku one, pretty much done. I've been putting work into that one. It's coming along good. We got the other ones, and we're just gonna
we split it in half. They're like 6 videos or whatever.
There's 6 videos.
We each get 3. So
and basically, this week is busy. Excuses. I know.
But it's E3 week.
We're going to E3. I'm working on a project outside of SuperMega that's going to take up a couple days of my time. We got to move into our office, which is we're probably still underestimating how much work that's going to be.
It's going
to be fun, though. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be like, I think it's going to feel like when we first started the channel, that feeling of like building the channel. It's going to feel like that again, but it's like building the next phase. And I'm really excited to work on the recording studio. And thank you guys for Patreon for real, because like that's how we are able to fund this whole operation. Because, for instance, our podcast last week got demonetized like 2 hours after it was out.
And an episode of Sekiro. I've noticed that recently, like, we've gotten more within the past 2 weeks than we have in the past. Before that,
stopped demonetizing
for around like a month period. We were kind of clean. 2 months, month, we were kind of
like there was a period we just like did not get hit with anything.
But it's random, like the Sekiro episode. I don't know,
like what was in that one.
The thing that I hate is they're never specific. At least here's what I can say. At least with the copyright system, even though it is fucked, it tells you exactly where in the video they have a problem with it. I wish they could. If a person has to manually take away monetization from a video, take away someone's ability to make a living off of the content they made, at least have them highlight the time frame and give the example
then
why.
I can re-upload it without that. Then YouTube gets safer content on the website too. It's literally a win-win.
Yeah,
because then they can run ads on it and they can make
too much work for them, of course, because there's so much uploaded in a day.
Like language. sexual content. It's like, for instance, we uploaded Duck Game episode 2. The Patreon promo in the beginning has a very realistic depiction of us whipping Jackson's penis out of his pants and masturbating him.
But that didn't get caught.
That didn't get, and that's in the first like 10 seconds of the video.
Yeah.
Nope. But we have 2 rappers on the podcast demonetized.
We don't even. What do we?
What do we talk about? You know, it might be.
We're always
Did
vulgar.
you put "We don't suck" in the tags?
Yeah.
TubeBuddy. It's a plugin I use. It has like words. It'll list like it'll search what you're doing and tell you for potential demonetization.
Suck.
The word "suck." Yeah. Bill and Rav can't monetize any of their shit.
Because of suck.
Yeah, I think so. So it might have been demonetized because just "suck" was in the tags. We don't suck.
Then you heard.
And that's such a broken system because there's obviously a difference between the phrase "we don't suck" and the action of sucking upon a penis.
With the way YouTube is going, because regardless of what your political beliefs are, regardless of what your personal beliefs are, YouTube can choose to demonetize whoever they want, and they don't have to give an explanation. They really don't. I mean, they should, but when have we ever known YouTube to give a legitimate explanation and not something that seems more like backpedaling? I can't recall a situation where they've been 100% honest and open with its creators.
They're
They
one
kind
of
of
the
just-
least transparent companies.
They act and then backpedal.
and like just blatantly lie.
And so that's why it's important for creators such as us and other creators out there to have other means of revenue, whether that be merch, Patreon, whatever it is, or an outside membership.
And like ad deals and stuff. And then like, you know, there's like people that are like, oh, you guys are selling out by doing Patreon, by doing brand deals. It's like, at the end of the day, we're always going to be creating this content, but at the same time, we do need to support ourselves, especially if videos start getting demonetized, stuff like that. And as we grow, expenses become higher because for us to keep evolving, we need to be paying more people to help us. We need to be spending more money on equipment.
Because we want to do more than just Let's Plays on a podcast.
Yeah, so it's like
we want to be able
costs
to do
money.
more
So
live
it's
action
like,
stuff.
We do have to take brand deals. We do have to, you know, do Patreon and stuff like that. And I never see it as selling out. There's a point where it's selling out.
Lo and behold, we do say no to brand deals that we don't.
Oh, a ton.
You know,
we say no to a ton of brand deals.
So at the end of the day, make that bread, YouTubers.
Yeah, guys, get that bread. Ryan and I are actually millionaires now, which is pretty sweet.
Multi-millionaires, dude.
Multi-millionaires.
Yeah, I just bought my first mansion, thinking of buying my second.
Dude, do you ever just like look at other YouTubers and then look at your bank account and you're like, where is that? You're like,
No.
isn't it supposed to be there?
Well,
Maybe we just suck at managing money.
I think you can still be rich off of YouTube, but I think the main time period where people could get insanely rich off of YouTube was probably in between 2009 and 2013.
Yeah. Well, now, like
13 or I'd say 15. 2000. Let's just say 2012 to 2015. I think was a very big time for YouTubers to make a lot of money.
Definitely.
I think also
They
you and
changed
I also come from it being that it's a duo channel, so we have to split 50-50.
Fuck California taxes, baby.
Yeah, and
fucking like 35% or some shit.
And separate from that 50-50 split, we also, as we've stated early in the podcast, we have a tab that builds up over time, whether through artists, because you can't just order merch and then it's free and then we make money off of that. You have to.
It literally costs thousands of dollars to order merch.
Yeah, so you have to buy the merch. We're always
Pay for shipping, all that.
And
shit.
here's the thing. Here's something I will say. We're sorry that in the past merch has been very small in terms of quantity, but that's mainly because we don't want to buy a lot of merch and then not. We don't know how well stuff would sell. I had no idea. We had no idea how fast or how much you guys wanted.
Yeah, we'll turn into
merchandise.
bigger quantities in the future, especially now that we, as part of the SuperMegaplex, we have an area that's going to be designated for merch.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's another expense. You know,
Still going to
paying
be
people
like
to help with
packed
that, but-
by us and all that.
Yeah. But and also like I don't want to mislead people. Like Ryan and I aren't poor. I don't want to just like pretend like, oh, we're not making any money. Like we're doing well for ourselves.
You and I. Okay, how about this? Let's be fair. You and I are very comfortable in our living arrangements, but we need to be able to provide more content,
Yes, and
higher quality
build for
content.
the long term in our lives.
Yeah, because
we're 20. Now you're 25.
It would be nice. Yes.
It's like we gotta this is the time in our lives we need to start saving up for our future. You know?
we didn't go to
Retirement, all that
college.
shit.
YouTube isn't
'Cause
gonna
when YouTube
isn't gonna last forever. We need to think
We
about
won't have degrees.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like okay. So after this YouTube shit, we gotta think because that's the thing. Is like internet careers like ours. It's like, will we still be making money or around in 10 years?
Yeah.
Who fucking knows? So right now, let's try to save as much or take advantage of it.
Because honestly, I was swapping between my when I was young, swapping between my dad's apartment and my mom's house. And when I grew up, I learned more and more that my dad made a lot of financial sacrifices on my behalf that was a detriment to his own financial security. And and I know that what I'm trying to say is when I say that we're comfortable financially, I never want to mislead people and say, oh, we're almost poor and we're almost on the streets. And we need you guys to lift
money.
us up.
We'll be transparent. I think we make pretty good money with SuperMega.
Of course.
It's definitely a good yearly wage, I guess.
But for us to get this office,
we have to
hire
spend
Jackson,
so much money.
for us to, we want to be able to hire more
And
people
also
in the
just life
future.
as an adult now is expensive. I fucking busted
There's trips to Japan, I'm sure, cost a lot.
Well, actually, I'll have you know that I busted my AC in my car, and to get that fixed was more than a plane ticket to Japan. So, shit like that happens. Also, just insurance and everything. Jesus Christ, so expensive. Being an adult, a lot of shit you gotta pay for. California's expensive too.
At the end of the day, SuperMega is our business, and we got to make sure that we can keep SuperMega afloat so we can stay afloat. Because if SuperMega is not a self-sustaining thing, if it can't, if the brand can't make money, then we don't have money. Just like a lot of creators out there. If you see Shane Dawson, Jenna Marbles, the Game Grumps, even whatever creator you see, if their brand does not make money, they do not have a job for the most part.
And those guys like Shane Dawson make fucking probably millions a month off of that shit.
And it's a weird position because it's always weird. Our income is based off of our brand and our personality. Our personality is our income in a sense, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because
that is really weird.
It's almost like there's that fear of becoming unlikable, and therefore then that's your living.
Or
goes
becoming
away.
too into the brand in the sense of looking like you're selling or you're not authentic, and just doing it for money. And I think one thing, Ryan, I can promise you, which we've promised from the beginning of this channel over 3 years ago, and I still think to this day we've held true to that, is that we will always be legit. We will always be ourselves. We will always be transparent. And you're not ever going to see us sell out in the sense of we're uploading just to make money. We like doing this. We have a blast. And we're more excited than ever for the future, especially now with the support from Patreon, because it broadens the horizon of what we can do by a lot. And I think that from here, we're going to go up real high, and we're going to get a lot more cool shit out there. And we're always going to have fun doing it, because if we're not having fun doing it, we're not going to do it. It wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah.
Because, we can make money elsewhere, but we like doing this with each other. We like kissing. We like having a good time.
Like wrestling.
So like monkeying around with each other in the mud pit in the backyard.
You know how it goes.
Yeah. Just guys doing guy stuff. But that was a pretty. We talked about a lot of shit.
Yeah,
on
it's
this
pretty
episode.
decent podcast. So thanks everybody for joining in. And if you do want to support us on Patreon, again, we will state you do not have to. We will not die. We will not go homeless if you do not donate to this Patreon. But if you would like to support SuperMega and our content, don't think of like us. If you want to support SuperMega and its content and the content we create while getting some extras along the way, feel free to subscribe to the Patreon and enjoy that content. And
Just
a big
5
thank
big ones
you
a month.
And a big thank you to those who do support it, and a big thank you to those who also, as we've said multiple times, support in any way they can, whether it be watching and commenting, subscribing, following us in some way, because at the end of the day, it's you guys that we are making the content for. We have fun doing it, and we're glad that all of you enjoy what we make. So thanks to everyone for listening to this podcast.
Yeah, thank you. And it's on Spotify and iTunes and everything. We've been bad about uploading, but we've been a little bit better lately, and we're going to try to keep being better about that. So you can go check it out on any platform where podcasts are available, most of them. And we'll see you guys next week. Here comes that outro music, Ryan.
Ooh.
Oh wait, it's about the peak.
Is it?
Oh,
My phone just died.
here come the drums.